Alright, let's do a brief introduction to ComputerCraftEdu. Press E, open up your inventory, and on the second page we have a ComputerCraftEdu menu. There is also a ComputerCraft menu here because I have also ComputerCraft mod installed, but we're going to check out this one. What we need to have for this to work is a turtle remote control and a turtle. I'll pick one with a mining tool on it just in case I need to dig. Alright, just drag those into there. I have the remote in my hand. If I right click, it'll go into my little kind of permanent inventory slot at the bottom there. So let me pop down a turtle here, right clicking. He is there. And there are his eyes. Alright. So if I right click on him, I'll get this little remote control type thing. If I press on the camera, it'll give you a first person angle from him. All these things here, you can just press them and they'll move, basically. Like that. Go up, go down, turn around. Okay, so that's a good introduction to basically programming for students, that you basically have to do one step at a time. Okay. If we go into the actual programming area, that's when we can actually set a long string of commands together. Let me get out of here and close this so I can move out of the way. So I've set up a little maze for him here to see if he can actually do it, or I can actually do it. So anytime I want to program him, I have to kind of look at him and right click, go to this program area, and this is where you can add in stuff, basically all these buttons here, and it gets very programmy, very complicated, you know, with the more things that you need to do. But I just want this guy to move around, so I'm just going to put in a bit of instructions here, and you should get the gist of what he needs to do. So this is the program that is here right now. So I'm just going to change the name of this to maze. Alright, so what I'll be doing is going forward, turning, going forward, turning until he's back around to the start again. So let me just close this so I can actually count the amount of blocks he wants to go first. So he has to go 1, 2, 3, and then turn right. Alright. So 1, I can drag them over, I can just click here and choose it. And then I need to turn right. Alright. So let me close this again. So he's turned right, and he needs to go 1, 2, 3 again, and then turn left. Like so. So 1, 2, 3, and then turn left. Let me just do that so we're not here all day, so you can see basically what happens then. So if I right click on one again, let me just go back to remote so I can see a clearer picture. Sometimes you kind of have to go to a nice vantage point so you can see how he does. But again, you actually also have to be beside him. So let me see if I can go from here. Yeah, okay. So now that I have the program inside him, I can just run program and see if he actually does it the way I want him to do it. Turn, 1, 2, 3, turn. Alright, pretty cool. So basically, that's a pretty nice introduction to programming for students for movement. But of course, you can obviously evolve this to create holes, create walls, to clamber over, different things. And also to include building stuff. So if I actually drop down a thing here, actually I need to put some blocks into my inventory first. So let me just, we already have those. Shift click, put it in 64 there. Let's put 64 actually here. Alright, I'm going to drop another turtle. And I will right click on him, check out his inventory. I'm going to put these 64 blocks into his inventory so he can actually build. The thing about building is, if I make him, if I right click and program him to, let me just close all these, delete these. So basically your program kind of stays here. Let me do a new one. I'm just going to call this build. Actually, I needn't have deleted all that. I could have kept them there. That would have been pretty good. So if I want this guy to build a row of blocks, moving forward and placing one isn't really going to work, and you'll see why here. Move forward, place a block, move forward, place a block. Alright, we'll see what happens when we run that program. Run. Alright, he's stuck basically. He can't actually build another one. So I'm going to stop that, go back. So the trick to actually building is actually to go backwards instead. So let me just get rid of all these. I'll put that there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move backwards and build. Move back. Put one there. Move back. So let me see if that works better. Alright, so that's the kind of trick to building, and then of course he can move up if he wants to. Very quick, very simple introduction to the ComputerCraftEdu mod. It can get a lot more complicated than that, let me tell you.